Pistol round already underway, and it will be KC on the attack side here on their opponent's choice. They chose to start on the aggression, and it looks like Koi are gonna match them. An early fight that goes their way and keeps on going. A 4v2 with Sugetsu low.
An early brawl off the bat. Kind of the expectation with the comp change, having that double initiator, enabling them to take space that little bit more. And a bit of an awkward spot for the spike to be dropped. Not the most helpful for the attack. Sugetsu low. Martin will have to be the focal point.
I think you pointed out there, Tom, that's exactly what we're going to expect to see out of Koi here. Movistar Koi on the defense. They've changed this comp. How much can they fight KC now?
Well, not very well in that fight. Martin dead on the floor, 9 HP on Sugetsu. We'll look to the future rounds for a real battle. And although Sugetsu, he was on the list, he's got a couple aces under his belt. He'll need a 4K here to pass the mark, and he will not come close. Wants that breach util to try to pad the gap, but now when it comes to trading blows, it's the weaker weapons that come out on top. Monster, the man you highlighted, Val, well, he has certainly done his fair share.
So actually a decent amount of information here for Movistar Koi, and they're already wrapping back into that B site.
It's a great read. Aves is ready for that re-push though, and he'll catch the tank, putting the numbers back in their favor. Showstopper dodged, Filu fell right back in the stun, even managed to slow Aves down. Still though, Koi have got the numbers, and now they've got the plank coming through, and a late flank as well from Elite. That could be pivotal. With Aves already down, they're going to struggle to keep these players at bay. The flood is already underway, and it's Filu doubling up his third of the round as the flank finally comes through. But it could be too little too late. He knows with the smoke down, that's going to be stuck. Has to pick up the pace through, and they triple swing.
Him individually. This is looking like a very different team. And wow, he's just sending it. He has a lot of supportive utility, and the darts helped him out. But even still, Elite, I was going to say, has managed to stabilize, but then the shock dart finds one as well.
It was the damage done by Filu. A well-placed shock dart in return. Sugetsu low, and he falls to just one. Hunter's Fury online, sent through. They almost managed to catch Fly and through it. They will catch Natank. The deep push forces Fly his hand, and he falls. That's an advantage. Slipped away, and ult committed for it as well. And now Movistar Koi are on the back foot. They continue to snowball into this play. KC, they were on the back foot, especially with the shock dart trade, but now it's Batty G in a 1v3.
Cover going out.
There's always hope.
Belief is everything, I heard.
Yeah, that's what they say. Don't know who they are, but maybe it works sometimes. Elite's already been found, but the other two are looking to group, although they're a little bit disjointed. And Batty G has kept it going. That was looking like a done deal, sealed and delivered, but somehow, well,
play those individual fights, and they're splitting up. They're going in for this play towards the door. The stun was there, but Elite is there as well. He's found two, isolating the battles one at a time, and although Fly's flash was fading, he's the last man standing after his pick.
It seems like the pause from Movistar Koi could actually work out for them. Just patient play, 20 seconds now, and they are losing every single fight. It was looking so good for them, but now the remaining two. 15 seconds to try and run in, and Bilu is just an unstoppable force. Elite, last man standing, and well, at this stage, there is no hope.
B split through waterfall with the Oro ult. Yeah, nice.
This is what Martin loves to do. Get in behind, have that extra little bit of information. Ult's being expended immediately, and well, to be fair, all three have gone, and what they've gained is forcing players back into Sugetsu. This is now becoming difficult. The tank going alone, it doesn't make things any easier for the remaining players. They still have a lot of ground to try and pick back up. Monster would have to win this fight and clean it. You know what he does? I think it was Elite swapping between weapons. It didn't look like he was ready for it. It won't matter in the end, though. It's all left on to Monster alone. And it seems like he's maybe going to try and bait the save of the gun. He still has credits to spare. Real trouble here.
They'll be kicking themselves. Elite has a trip, but he didn't put it down. That's cost Aves' life. One player, and that's enough for Koi. They're happy with what they've gotten out of this situation. The late play, look where Sugetsu is, other side of the map. They're split up. Filu on low HP, the fight on C. Oh! Filu taken down. The wallbang was enough with his 17 health left. They should know Monster was around here. And they're certainly conscious that they don't have main control, but Sugetsu wasn't. He goes walking in, and it's Monster to drop him. A 3v2, the retakes from Koi. We saw it They haven't been great. Nothing to really help them out on this one, and Batty G, when he steps back in here, he doesn't know his paranoia hasn't hit. Martine punishes. They're fading away. The time ticking. They've at least got boots on the ground.
Better chances that KC have had an attack. He's just sticking it. He's just trying to stick it all the way. His teammate defending, and they'll do it again! All these rounds that seem to be opportunities for KC, Movistar Koi will steal them away. Don't worry, that's it. That's it. That was it. Don't worry. Oh, okay.
That's
there
not
you
it
go.
from KC.
Blink and you miss it. It's not quite the fastest pistol of all time. Damn, the tank surviving too long. We'll see if he can do any extra damage. Maybe earn a few extra orbs, but we've already seen last time this map was played start today, but that doesn't mean anything. There's a lot more rounds to come.
Nope. Won't last long. Definitely one of the players you look to as they make this climb back. Bonus round for KC strong. They bought up a Vandal as well, but it's the Outlaw to open things up. A double to start. They're trading it back, and Aves is now taking them into the lead. Flying
Here we go.
And taken down. We're into round 17. Double digits still evading Movistar Koi, but now they've got a full buy. Batty G, good for two. That aggression. It looked like they put the pieces together, but they didn't clear the close corner. Martine, he's made it up, but Sadek's not quite able to follow him. The gate crash.
A sacrifice was made.
That's twice he's done that.
Yeah.
Did it Sugetsu and B main earlier.
Outside B, outside that broken door, he's leaving his teammates. But can he recover the round in the end? That AWP can still be a thorn in their side. If Elite gets this control, then it becomes very difficult for the players on site, but Monster stops him in his tracks, and the conversation may switch now to a save for Martine. It's a big gun in his possession. The shot hit, he's sticking around.
They've gambled on B. It will give them a quick enough rotation, and especially with Martine's ult, it allows for a retake, but just look at the post-plant utility, or more so the ultimates. You can already throw in a Viper's Pit if you desire, Rolling Thunder to slow them down, and well, I don't think they're going to need it at this stage. Already another and another falling. Filu is having a field day, and a 12th round is all but guaranteed.
And start to get a bit more space towards C instead now.
Oh, immediately, we're going to see that C site push up. Tongue. We're going to get a little bit of information, but the door spinning might just give the game away. Operator waiting on the other side, but the flash is sublime, and the follow-up utility makes it incredibly awkward for those Koi players to fight. And I like the immediate fallback from KC.
Flash and a Prowler. He had no chance. Now the options for Koi seem limited, and it looks like a split into B is where they're going to take this. Space taken by Monster. He's moved towards the door already, and KC conceding the space entirely. And it's no surprise. Take a look at the old sim play. They lose the B site. As long as they don't lose a player with it, they'll be in a 5v2, as I was going to say. Retake, and of course they have the Nightfall if needed. So even with that pick, I mean, the advantages have just compounded for this defensive side. They've got full control, and it's on Monster and Flya to try to turn the tide back in their favor.
Look at the double up. They're expecting to push through, and even with the stun, it couldn't quite catch everybody. Flya.
30 seconds left.
Well, it'd be one of the greatest clutches we've ever seen. And I hazard a guess that it won't be, and especially with 12 rounds on the board, the opposing side being incredibly careful. It's going to be of KC are actually pushing in on the flank. Depending on which way they go, they could have the full squad surrounded, other than the tank, of course.
It's just going to be a battle. It's brewing as KC walk up. It's being watched, and now the whole squad turns. Movistar Koi with an instant reaction. Shock dart for Static, good. And damage done with the second. Monster and Filu very low. It is just one man on this A side who will soon be pushed down, suppressed already. We know smokes to bloom, nothing to help him out. A paranoia in his back pocket. Can he find the time to use it? Now, oh, it's fired in and all three caught. Isolating Monster, a smoke to block them out. That could let Elite join him for this battle. As they look to blitz out, Movistar Koi have two players to deal with, and they're isolated in the fights. You're gonna say, well, you would've won that with a Spectre. Sure. I know it's coming. So too, the KC know that Movistar Koi are coming straight into that site. Martin, not with the best weapon to go walking through that smoke. He's waiting for someone to invade, and only one shot left after taking down the drone. Batty G left on 10 HP, but they can't capitalize just yet. Sagetsu, though, still firing back. With Batty low, that Outlaw might have given them a chance, but a few shots need to be landed first. The retake, as they push back through this cage, they've got the space, they've cleared that back site. There's snakes in the grass. Batty looking to use his low HP on that side angle. Waiting for the initial contact on site. There'll be a big swing coming in with a player embedded in main in the form of Monster. Sagetsu adjust, but the flash is good! Not good enough! 10 health on Batty. He's the last man standing, and he has to push out into Elite. It's KC with round number 3.
Before you even join the circle.
Might be the most thing to do in the
just
world.
calculating.
Oh, the shot hit, but immediately punished. Many a team would just send the one player to peek, as they did on top mid, but 3 players swinging in from market. Don't quite get that second barrel to the operator. So it's now left on the floor. Movistar Koi 3 versus 4. They've got mid control, but not much else. At least the Vice wall still sitting deep towards B main, so they know one side of their back is contained. They need to make a move and find some space of their own, and that is being punished not every step of the way, because Monster has opened up the market straight through to the B site. A plant can be acquired now, and Monster wants a little bit more. In fact, they both do. They're going to push towards the spawn here, tapping the spike for a second. Elite doesn't know what's coming. Monster, he has taken control of this round. With the ult going through, Static might just have to wait this out. He's going in with the classic. All right, he's made the right call.
Doesn't want to allow them into their post. That was at least a hope that maybe he could catch somebody by surprise. They still haven't actually planted. Wary that maybe he's gone all the way back around, and the drone going to be used to try and clear it back, but they are running low on the time. 10 seconds left. Sadak is now going to make his move. He was waiting for there to be someone unable to fight him. He's got the right idea on where Monster is, but Monster has now got the information that his teammate needed. They can fall back into this deadly crossfire. Timing going to be everything, but Monster has made the cross. He's so wary of main, but doesn't realize that there's a man on the corner. And while you mentioned that Sagetsu might just be the king of the B site, Monster's got a challenge.
Absolutely. And Monster's been looking fantastic again. We said it in the first half, but just being able to have these moments of impact where you're in a 2v4, big disadvantage, that's the sort of control, Mitch, that you spoke about, that you want something.
Already run it back now being utilized by Aves. He wants to try and get them some space for free, and while they've actually shot the clone, that gives a freebie over. The problem is, he's going to have to fall back, and the rest of the team need to take over. The low HP Natung tries to make a hero play, and it is all beginning to fall apart. Only Flyer standing. Well, he now needs an ace if he's going to take home this round, and well, it's only the 2 in the 1v5. He was set up for it. It's the kill trip that's in place directly in front of him. Although they're putting a lot of utility into that corner. He's still going to stick around.
How's he
surviving on the edge of it? And immediately, it's just going to take
over!
Elite, no! It is a complete shutdown! An in-zone flawless, but a stolen ace.
I'd be raging if I was Martin. The fact that he's managed to dodge that util so comfortably, even though Koi looked like they had the perfect read on exactly that new little micro play, and he's executed off the back of it. Yeah, that's a clip you want to be posting for yourself.
I mean, the shock dart going through, you could dismiss that as like, okay, they're breaking the trip.
Boyfriend's B.
They're waiting for that.
Expect him to be in the pack.
Oh, a pace change is the aim of the game. Back to the A site push. Martin actually very isolated, but he's looking for one and then an escape. And the fact that his teammate's already got a kill, he might just look to escape.
Yeah, he's had that gate crash online for quite a while. It will be fading soon as he's sticking around. Eventually, he'll call for the bail. A 4v4 with the trade back by Flya. The trap's down, the cam no longer in play. A deep push, though, by Filu. It's a risk taken, but the reward is plentiful. Avez managing to pull back, though. They'll contain this space. A wall up for the reposition, but look at Movistar Koi grouping up for a moment, at least. A player towards the elbow, now smoked off, flashes great. Filu can't see a thing, the smoke blocks out. Natanku comes running, but it's Sadek and Sugetsu gunning them down.
Crossfire with a wonderful vice wall on the other side, but Monster's got walkabouts, and they've both fallen to Martin. Maybe that's his part of the map.
Yeah, a crossfire. We can cross that one off the list, but Movistar Koi at least managing to recover some of those picks in towards mid, and with Natank standing his ground on B, it's not over just yet. They're still in with a chance to convert this. That shock dart nearly robbed them of it. Natank's making the wise move of backing off. He'll wait for backup. Himself and Flya tagged very low, and that Sheriff now much more dangerous as a result. Great flash from Flya, though.
Yeah, the timing had to be perfect. More Sadek's managed another. It doesn't seem to matter. It's almost identical to the first half pistol round where Sugetsu.
Well, I think the main problem was the boyfriends split up in that fight. A lot of stingers, you know, crazy they didn't go for the Spectres here. Obviously economic limitations.
That's why they're not going to win.
Flya might have a real chance, though. He's managed to go around that smoke, dodge the sight lines, and Batty G trading. This is now giving the advantage over to Movistar Koi and maybe a little more, but doesn't work out. Monster leaving Sadek all alone.
The 1v2 with the Spectre. Come on. This is exactly what I want to see. Oh, this is a horrible... Come on, guys. Get a little bit closer. Get a little bit closer. Yes! He's done it! Yes! The Red Bull clutch for Sadek with the Spectre. There's a man with egg on his face.
A big stack up with a safety net if they wrap back to A, but look at the space exploited by Avez. He's going up through mid. He'll be here late. He may even have heard those steps as the rotates come through. Battle on the site not going away. And in fact, Avez has been spotted, but the player saw him with a judge. He couldn't take the fight. Filu goes back to deal with him, loses his life, and now KC accelerate into this late game. All these angles cleared means, you know, that last guy wasn't on the rotate. He must be back towards the A site. Pieces put together, and Batty G with an impossible clutch. He steps into this duel. He hasn't even got his weapon out. A 3K from Avez puts 13 on the board, and KC with a dominant map number 2. Well, starting things out, a lot of damage has been done. Flya is low, Filu's even lower. Down on 0 after Sugetsu's at his way. He's inside his smoke waiting for an invasion, and he finds one, but Natank, he lives to tell the tale. Blows taken on that attacking side, and with Flya falling, now the advantage for the retake sits with KC. Koi are trying to get ahead of this, though. They fight in towards the garage, but there's players all around, and Batty G suddenly finds himself alone against KC. 3 players left to take. Avez and Sadek both desperately low. This is still very winnable, but they're going to group up. No individual fights being offered. A shock dart in KC's close. They break out of the smoke, and they find him with ease. KC with another pistol.
Head-to-heads. And for Koi going 0 and 3 might just be a death sentence. Martin, gets a little bit cheeky with the jump back and gets caught. Filu in a deeper angle than expected.
Prowler's got caught on short. That means it doesn't make it full distance. It doesn't get up to the trip. They could be in risk if there were players left to fight off of it. 4 falling at the hands of Filu. A quick triple in that late fight. And taking the space. Luckily, it hasn't been filled back in just yet.
There's that poison cloud. Of course, they have utility on the other side to sort of sell the idea that push-up. It doesn't allow them to get this aggressive swing back in to deny the plant, but it does seem like KC have resorted into that retake setup. Shock dart to start, camera already getting them a little bit of information, and more importantly, Sugetsu has found that man advantage.
And Monster has to back off there. Rejoining the troops, TP towards the back, but there's no chance he's getting away with that. Batty G gonna stay. tucked in this corner as Martin finds one. That's a wonderful pick for this side, but they can't get out of the choke point. It's still being held. Now they've got Koi surrounded. They can push from every angle, and it's working at least to start. Smokes up to divvy up the battleground, but it's still in favor of KC with Sugetsu's triple. A third round will be found. We've seen this a couple of times from them. The late game, late round, waiting for Movistar Koi to walk in. This time there's not a trip in play anymore. And so they'll run through the smoke. It's ambitious, and it only finds one elite on the other side, though. I think that was a spam that drops Batty G, and with that, they don't have control. The spike backs off. 24 seconds left on the clock. And this aggression now to come through towards the A site, but it's going to be heard. They have to stomp. They have to run. The player on short's giving it away. Now the rotation comes in. Elite's already going to be here. He's got his trip. He's got his cam. Thorns go in, but it's too late. Two players are already out and waiting.
Over on Filu, and this has been the first time that they've been stopped in their tracks, and all the players, bar one, have managed to get in front of any of that utility. This is a first blockade that they faced, and they're going to get slaughtered on the entry in. Natank had an opportunity flyer. Well, he's doing his best, Sadak. But even still, Natank is making this interesting. Has the spike on his back, so could look to retreat, look to go back, but they don't know how much control has been lost. The wall would have given the game away if anybody was right in on that flank, but there could be somebody stood on the edge of it.
20 seconds, no choice now, but Natank wins the fight. Aves is down. 15 seconds, they need to go. If they're gonna go for it or save, the decision has to be made now, and Sadak in the corner, the last man standing!
They now head towards B.
Good TP for info from Sugetsu. He sees one, but he doesn't think they'll slip through that quickly. That's a blunder. And an opening pick for Movistar Koi. Space on the B side. Early flank though from Aves. He's been working on this. The slow push through Garage. But Movistar Koi are not done yet. This isn't a B play. This is all the way to A, but through Elite they'll have to go. He's already grabbed two, but now he's slow. Now he's blinded. The desperate spray, but he still gets more! How did Elite get away with that?
On the attack side.
Interesting.
And then there was some very hard anchor on defense. You're given that space as well. You've got all the ability to capitalize on it. Nice little set Yoru round here as well.
They've already got the advantage, but it is slipping away. Flyer's gone down. Filu now making it to sight. He's there, but the rest of his team are not. And Martin's trained in on the angle. Hunter's Fury thrown through as well. This is the round to use your rolls, the final one of the half. It's causing problems for Movistar Koi. They're boxed in terms of the space they can take, but when it fades, they go deep. Martin, though, still standing, and he drops that spike on the floor, waiting until the ult pops. And the tank knows there's no big weapon, but the small one's just as deadly. Martin again with the shorty. Casey are gambling. Look how low the time is. This is a huge gamble, but they've made it in. The plant should be acquired. In fact, I don't think there's anything that can be done to deny it. Okay, they've beaten the clock, but there's still plenty of players to take down. Movistar Koi will be looking for the retake together.
It's a man disadvantage, but the HP not that far behind. Even still, the trades looking decent up until that point. Back to a 2v2, and the remaining players are a little bit further behind. Utility not available for either side. That was the last piece thrown out, and Sugetsu just playing close in the corner. Might be a nasty surprise, but he's already been tagged up, but they find both kills.
From Aves, the run it back will give them a second lease of life with this rifle, and it's going to be running straight through on long, catching one, and opening up the door for Batty G to fall. Monster even goes down before the run it back is done. And this round, it's tied up in a neat bow. Oh. Well, not quite.
Oh, that was just a little jump scare. Oh, there's a chance for fly. He's found a gap. Filu's picked off another one. This is starting to fall apart. They're so focused in on one that they haven't quite found the other. A chance for a lineup, but Aves is just on fire. Somewhat literally. A third kill for him already. And while all that's left is Filu, and Martin's there alongside him. The 1-2 punch. For now, at least, it's patient. The purchase from the defensive side, not great. And that Outlaw is like an operator. Here goes Martin, all of that utility that we spoke about. He can just run through it, and he's going to just execute Natank. Eventually, Monster is there for the trade, though. They're keeping things even, but he is under some serious pressure. being wrapped on from the side. He's going to go through his own snake bite, and it's not gone well. And well, Flyer running through the smoke hasn't gone well either. And Filu's not in the shot. Everything in the last few seconds has gone wrong, but maybe, just maybe, there's a chance. Never mind, Aves on the case, 12 and 4. Lotus is feeling like a long way away. There's C-Site. Daddy G already tagged. Filu already tagged. It seems like this might just be the last hurrah. Trying to fight back versus Aves has been an impossible task, and while he continues his run of form, Monster down to just 21 HP, make that 0, and the only man standing in KC's way of getting their second win is going to be Natank. Last time out playing this map, he was on the ISO, he was the fragger. The only thing that really could work out for him is the time. That's all she wrote. 13 to 4 for KC. A dominant last 2 maps.
It looked like a bright future in this series after map number 1, but the lights went out. The candle was extinguished